Hey, everybody. So glad that you're able to be with me this evening. It is a Tuesday evening. I think it's Tuesday, right? Yes, Tuesday evening. I'm pretty sure it is. I wanted to talk to you about what's important in this upcoming year and years to come. And most people don't get what's really going to be more of the battleground or important issues that are going to be affecting us. I want you to think, if you would, imagine for a second what it's going to be like in 2020. Now, imagine for a second that in 2020, Trump wins. Okay, Trump wins. If you prefer Trump, that may make you happy. But imagine what half of the country is going to think if Trump wins. Yeah, not going to be good. Half of the country is going to believe that Trump is illegitimate. Absolutely. The Russians did it or whatever. But imagine the opposite. Imagine a Democrat wins. For the sake of argument, right? Sake of argument, it's Biden. Who knows what it'll be? Sake of argument, it's Biden. If Biden wins, what's going to happen? If you prefer Biden and you don't like Trump, oh, good for you. But what's half of the country going to think? He's illegitimate. Not, oh my God, deep state did it, right? It's a hack. It's fixed. My point here being, no matter who wins in 2020, we're at a spot right now in our country to where, give or take, half the country is going to believe that our president is illegitimate. Now, we've had some of that in the past, right? Some people have believed that, oh, he didn't really win, she didn't really win, whatever. That's happened in the past, but nowhere near to this level, to the point where right now you have both parties, the two main old parties, not even trying to grab the other side. If you go back, the first term of Obama, Bush, Clinton, the elder Bush, Reagan, all those presidents, all of them, Democrat, Republican, they all at least talked about the idea of being a president of the entire country, of uniting. They all talked about that at least. Now you don't even hear that anymore. Now it's, how do I get my guys out and the other guy is evil? And that's all that matters. And that's the focus now. The focus now is that. With that kind of focus, where is the country going? What's happening in the future? What is 2020, 2022, whatever going to look like if either of the old party wins? It's a problem that who knows what the end is going to be. We've been seeing violence already based upon the other. Already we've been seeing it. Is that going to continue? Is it going to get worse? It's not going to get better, that's for sure. There's got to be another alternative. There's got to be another way. And there's got to be some proof of concept, some way of showing this could actually work. That is the liberty movement. I'm not joking when I say it. It's the liberty movement. That's the only way. That's the third way. That's the real way, is the liberty movement. This is a movement that allows us to not have to convert somebody, to allow people to be who they want to be. Why do I say that? Because what you're hearing now with the Democrats, and they're talking about their debates, and all they're saying is, well, this will matter in the battleground state of Pennsylvania, or the battleground state of Ohio, or the battleground state of insert state here. And I would argue that none of them are actual battleground states. They're battleground states if all you're concerned about is pushing away the other. If you're so afraid of Trump that you just want to not have Trump win, well, great, battleground state, that's the answer. If you're just afraid of the Democrat, whoever that person might be, and that's all you care about, awesome, battleground state. If you care about short-term success to protect yourself from the other, those are absolutely battleground states. But if you actually are trying to change the nation, change the country, if you really want to have change in this nation, if that's your goal, it's mine, the battleground states are not Ohio or Pennsylvania or Florida. They're New York and California. Those are the battleground states. Those are the states where you see the most government encroachment, the most destruction of personal property, the most increase in oligarchs and oligarchy, the biggest gaps in wealth. That's where you see them. New York, California. Those are the real battleground states. Because the facade they give you of left versus right, that's not what it is. It's not what it is. It's authoritarian versus liberty. That's what it really is. And where are those battles being fought? New York, California. Those are real battleground states. More important than the rest. More important than all of them. Why? New York and California are the least free states. New York ranked #1 by Cato. Thank you. We are #1. California, take that. We are ranked #1 when it comes to being least free. So 50th. I'm sorry, we're 50th when it comes to being free. We're the worst. We are the ones who are the ones who are banning soft drinks, right? California's banning straws, but we try to ban soft drinks year before you, right? Years before you. This is what's happening. If things change in New York, we can change things everywhere. But here's the problem with New York and California. California doesn't have me. Sorry, California, you don't. New York does. California didn't have my campaign last year. Sorry, California, New York did. What does that mean? We are actually making change here in New York. We are showing the nation it can be done. You might say, well, Larry, come on, you lost. I did. No question. I lost. I'm not saying that I won. But did I make impact? Did the campaign and all of those hundreds of people who got out there and supported me, those thousands of people who actually voted for me, hundreds of thousands who voted for me, yeah, they made change. And I'll tell you why. Number one, in New York State, prior to my campaign, there were less than 7,000 registered libertarians in the state. Less than 7,000. Now there's over 20,000, probably more like 30,000. We'll find out in November, there may be 40,000, maybe more. That's what, an 8-9-fold, is my math right? Maybe, I don't know, is my math right? 8-fold, maybe, give or take, 6-fold increase in registered libertarians in New York State. That's impact. That's change. That means the state that is ranked 50th by Cato is growing and becoming more liberty. Number one, I'm not done. On top of that, we in New York State, there are 62 counties. We only had 18 counties with any kind of organization, liberty organization in it prior to my campaign. Now we have over 20 already and are working on up to 40 already out of 62. By the end of next year, for sure by the next year, we'll have all 62. We will have all 62 counties in New York State covered by some type of county level libertarian organization. That's happening right now. Where else is that happening? Here in New York. Because what I've done here is not only run, but also I haven't stopped. I'm the one trying to keep building out this party, keep building out this movement, and show the other states what has to be done. Because here's the most critical point. If we can make impact in New York, we can win in other states. If we can win in New York, we can change the entire nation. And there's no hyperbole, no exaggeration. That's a fact. If we can change New York, we can change the entire nation. That is our hope. That is the long-term goal. But more importantly, for the liberty movement itself, my campaign and the people who worked on it, we were able to make it so that now the Libertarian Party has ballot access in New York State. That's $50,000 at least saved by national every single time we have to pay to get ballot access. Gone. Money saved that goes someplace else. Now national can put that money into your state, into your race, into your something else, into national something, not into New York State anymore. Done. And as we build out the actual state, the actual infrastructure, which we're building now, we'll never have to worry about ballot access ever again. In New York State right now, we have to get 50,000 votes in the gubernatorial election to actually get ballot access. Now, the Green Party makes over 100 almost every single time. The Conservative Party makes hundreds of thousands every single time. And the Green Party only has 29,000 registered people. We will have probably double that by next year. We're set. We're set. Libertarian Party will have ballot access in New York State in perpetuity, forever. This is what we built. I say this again and again because of a very important issue. People are worried about donating to libertarian campaigns all the time. They're worried about it. Should I do it? Am I wasting my money? Not here, you're not. Not here, you're not. Here, you are making an investment that you can see. But I'll go even one step further. Many of you know, a lot of people on my team, still to this day on my team, aren't in New York State. Many are, some aren't, which means we are growing our bench. We are growing our talent across the entire country. So that now when you're running in your state, you have people who can come help you out. which is what you need when you're running. When you have people who will run because they saw our campaign, now you can jump on their campaign and help them. This is growing. Why am I saying this? Why am I telling you all these cool things? Because I'm not done. I'm about to go off 1,000 miles. I'm not joking. 1,000-mile trip coming up at the end of this week. I'm in 10 separate counties trying to build more county organizations and 10 separate events in all those different counties. To do that, I need your help. I need your help now. If you see the value in New York State as being a battleground state, if you see what's happening in other states because of this across the nation, you need to go right now to LarrySharpe.com and donate. Support it. Support my move. Support what I'm doing. It's an investment that you can see the return now. It's not help out liberty in theory. No, it's help out liberty right now. You can see what's happening in our state and across the nation right now. You like it? We're doing? Support it. LarrySharpe.com. Donate whatever you can. Monthly donations always help. If you're in a position where you can do $100 a month, please do that. If you can't, $5 a month is good. $25 a month is fine. Whatever you can give. If you're already given, thank you. If you give another one, awesome. If you can't, just tell the people to. If you've given and you can't, tell others. This is important. This matters. It's money now because I'm off with a 5-day trip. And you might say, well, Larry, it's a 5-day trip. I'm a consultant, guys. If you know what I do, I am a consultant. I don't get a salary. I'm not getting paid. I don't have all these benefits. What I do, I buy my own benefits. Yeah, Obamacare, I know. I buy my own benefits. If I'm not in front of people, I don't get paid. So 5 days when I'm not in front of clients is 5 days I'm not getting paid. And when you donate to me, it's public. This is not private, my company. This is public. You can see it. I get none of that money. That money goes to things like gas, hotels, bumper stickers, shirts. It goes to that. Facebook ads. It goes to moving the movement forward, not to me. You can look online and see exactly where I'm spending the money. It's all here to move us forward and to help others. So please, let's make sure this happens. Why else does this matter? You might not care about New York, but the country does. I want you to realize that you may not know. Trump, from New York, born in Queens, where I live. His building, Trump Tower, 4 blocks from where I work in New York City in Manhattan. Yes, Trump from New York City. AOC from New York City. She is my congressman out of the Bronx where I was raised as a kid. Yes, from New York City, AOC. Not just that. Bernie, born and raised in Brooklyn. Yes, a New York City guy. Absolutely. De Blasio and Gillibrand, also running for president from New York. Gillibrand's not from New York City, but they're all from New York. Yes, they're all from New York. New York is the center. New York is the battleground state. What we're doing here matters. We're the ones pumping these people out that you all have to deal with. That's us. I'm one of them you're pumping out. We're pumping out tons of people that you have to deal with. You want to deal with better New Yorkers? Support this campaign. Support this campaign to get better New Yorkers. LarrySharpe.com. Donate now or tell others to donate so we can keep this going. What I've tried to do, and I hope you've seen it. If those of you have been following me, you've seen me. Since 2016, when I ran for the VP slot and lost, I never quit. I kept running. I told you I wouldn't stop, and I didn't. And I told you I'd run a powerful campaign, and I did. And I told you even afterwards, it wasn't over, and it's not. I've been delivering. You got to deliver too. I don't sit here and ever put my finger at you without pointing it at me. This is us. This is us. You got to give. What's happening in New York State that you might care about? New York City in particular. New York City is the future of this entire nation if we don't do something. I know for some of you, you just gasped, as you should. Yes. Imagine a city where they have no problem banning anything. We banned purchasing furs in New York City. Buying furs. Now, does that mean you can't wear fur? No, you can. So what are you going to do? You're going to go across the river to Jersey and then buy your fur and bring it over here. We just put, give or take, 100 businesses out of business in New York City. Boom, gone. We banned that. We have banned drinks. I'll try to ban drinks. We've banned hair discrimination. We've banned Bitcoin. We ban everything. And when we don't ban, here's the best part. When we don't ban something, we set it up so that only crony big business can win. That's what we do. Marijuana, theoretically in New York State, medical marijuana is legal. Realistically, it's not. But in theory, it is. Bitcoin, in theory, is legal. In reality, it's not. It's a Bitcoin license. Yes, a license for Bitcoin. Here's the best part. The guy Lawsky who actually did it, this is how good New York State is in corruption. This is how good. Lawsky was actually running one of our finance committees, right? One of our finance departments. He ran it and then decided, I'm scared of Bitcoin because Bitcoin could be used for bad guys. So what should I do? Let's make a rule on how to get a Bitcoin license. He then wrote the detailed rules on how to get a Bit license. Then he quit and they gave him a consultant to get a Bit license. I'm not joking. That's absolutely true. So he created his own maze that only he could get through, then left the government so he can be paid by big business to get you through that maze. Totally true. Look it up. It's absolutely true. That, New York, is your future if we don't fix this. This kind of crony, you think crony capitalism is good in other states? We got you beat. We create committees for everything where no one's in charge of anything except the people who are getting appointed by the governor. And our governor, His Majesty King Andrew Cuomo II, our governor has literally received $800,000 in campaign contributions from people he's put on boards. He put them on boards and he got $800,000. And he has no responsibility. Isn't that amazing? He gets the money, makes his cronies happy, and has no responsibility. Again, New York State, you can't beat that. This is coming to your state. We're not done. New York State has red flag laws. Oh, yes, we do. Red flag laws, gun confiscation laws, all kind of stuff. We have lists that have absolutely no due process whatsoever already here, punishing our veterans, creating a black market in New York State in ammunition. Already there. People not registering their guns at all, saying nothing. I have friends who I know have firearms. And I'll jokingly say, so what's going on with so-and-so? Talking about some kind of firearm or some gun he has. He'll go, what gun? He knows me. He'll still say, what gun? Because he's accustomed to always going, what gun? I don't have any guns. He's afraid. This happens in New York State. Yep. Coming to your state. Coming soon. Red flag laws where teachers tell on each other, where cops, of course, have to, but also medical personnel. Making a secret state police in New York State already exists, coming to your state. Support us. We are growing. We are winning. We have victories in our state. Deborah Altman already won in New York City. You guys may not know this. We have a libertarian in our New York City Council in New York City. We have one. Yeah, a victory in New York City. This is what's happening now. We are seeing it happen. We have an entire slate in Utica, headed by Katie Martin, who's amazing. She's in Utica. We have 5 different people running, all in the libertarian line. 5 in one area, running as a slate. That's happening now in New York State. You want that in your state? Support us. LarrySharpe.com. Donate now. I need this. You need this. We need this. I'm prepared to sacrifice my 5 days. I'm prepared to lose the money that I'd be in front of clients. I'm prepared. I'm prepared to go out there and keep pumping this stuff up and keep pumping others up, raising money for them, helping them out, supporting them. I'm ready to do that, and I will. Are you going to help me? Are you going to help us? Are you going to do that? If you are, then support us. When it comes to corruption, we're number one. When it comes to gun laws, we're embarrassingly bad. When it comes to banning, we're embarrassingly bad. New York's a disaster. I know that. That's why I ran. But it's coming to you. Because if it works here, they'll assume it'll work someplace else. And you see it. It's coming to your state. We can stop it. This is the battleground. As far as it's going, the furthest piece is always New York and California. If we hold the line there, we hold the line everywhere. If we can turn either of these states around, we turn the entire nation around. When it comes to government overreach, their vanguard, their recon, their first in is New York and California. We have to fight them there, hold them there with our vanguard. I'm prepared to be the vanguard. I will jump in front. I already did. I'm still doing it. I'll fight the fight. Give me the resources to fight the fight. That's what I'm asking you for today. Because if we can have impact here, we can have impact everywhere. If we can have impact here, we can win other places. And if we win other places, we'll save this nation. I know that sounds like I'm exaggerating. It sounds like hyperbole. I know. But if you were here for the first part of this chat, the thing I mentioned was think about 2020. I'll say it again. Where is the uniter in 2020? We don't have one. We have, I want to get all my guys out so I can beat the other guys up. If Trump wins in 2020, or if, insert Democrat for the sake of argument, Biden, if Trump or Biden wins in 2020, half of our country is going to think that the president of the United States is illegitimate, and half of the people in our country is going to believe now we're under attack and they're going to punish us. And the sad part is they're right, because it's going to happen. If the Republicans win, Trump will punish Democrats. If the Democrats win, Biden or whomever will punish Republicans. That's going to happen. We see it already. They don't even talk to each other. The only third way is our way. They're going to fight on which laws to use to crush each other. Our movement says, let's crush nobody. Let's stop backing off. Let's stop thinking that punishment is the only answer, and instead encouragement of success and happiness is the only answer. Let's start doing that, and we can. It's happening in New York. You might say, but Larry, did any of your policies move forward? Yeah, they did. Let me give you the best examples I can possibly give you. I want to be clear. My campaign last year, we got 2% of the vote. If you look at the actual number of votes we probably got, when you look at all the voided votes that were bogus and all those, we probably got about 200,000 votes is my guess. I'll never know. That's probably about what we got. Looking at all those votes that we got, and still losing, 2%. Losing. I was the only pro-2A candidate in New York State last year, and I'm still pro-2A even with what's happened these last couple of weeks. You've seen my videos. It doesn't change my mind at all. I still know it's about happiness. I still know it's not about the gun. I know that already, and many of you watching also know that. And I'm still that way. I was the one saying that our SAFE Act, which is New York State, is an anti-gun law, is anti-gun bill, now law. That act now is helping people confiscate their guns, making sure vets don't get help. I mean, it's nothing but a bad law when it comes to guns. I was the one who said what we should be doing now is starting, since the Congress, our assembly won't repeal it, is starting locally to not enforce it. That's happening now. Already in Western New York, they're starting already some aspects of the SAFE Act to not enforce, and many sheriffs locally are saying, we're not going to enforce it at all. We don't have the time or energy to enforce it at all. Already happening. That's our idea from our campaign. Still not done. The MTA in New York City was going to shut down one of the lines that went from Manhattan to Brooklyn. I told them, why in the world are you doing that? Look to other cities who have unions and safety issues and make it so where we can do this cheaper, better. New York City spends 4 times as much as any other city to repair its subways. 4 times how inefficient we are. They did it. Now they didn't shut the L line down. Again, I lost. I was the one who said, how about we find other ways of raising money besides tax, tax, tax? How about we lease naming rights of bridges and tunnels? We have tons of them in New York State. Bridges and tunnels. Lease out naming rights to raise money like stadiums. Let's do that. Raise some money that way to pay for our crumbling infrastructure versus having to tax people to death. How about that? They're looking at that right now in Florida and DC. Yeah, and I lost. I'm still not done. I talked about our Erie Canal. Those who don't know about the Erie Canal in New York State, we have the Erie Canal, an amazing canal. It's 500 some odd miles. I forgot how many miles. It's tons of miles. It's got like three dozen locks in it. It's a beautiful thing. It's a great, massively huge canal that goes from Buffalo to Albany. Right now, New York State spends about $100 million on it, including capital projects, and it only makes about $5 million. $95 million loss. I said, why don't we commercialize this thing and make it viable? Why don't we use it for something? It's an amazing piece of infrastructure we have. Let's use it. Guess what just happened? Now, there's a commission to study how to commercialize the Erie Canal. Yeah, I lost. I got 2% of the vote. I got change. The argument we hear all the time is, why would I put money into a libertarian candidate or libertarian campaign? It's a wasted vote. Here's what I would tell you. If you took your time and energy and spent your money on the Democrat candidate in New York State last year, You've got nothing. You threw your vote in the garbage. You threw your money in the garbage and your vote in the garbage. You got in the garbage. No one paid attention. Nothing changed. You're the same guy you had. No, if you're a Democrat, you care about prison reform, cannabis reform, all those things. You got nothing. If you're a Republican in my state, you spend your time and money and energy on the Republican candidate. He lost, and none of his policies came. Nothing changed. You got nothing. You threw your vote away. If you spent your time, energy, and money on my campaign, and you joined us in building out New York State, guess what? You actually got impact. You got change. The only vote that wasn't wasted was the Libertarian vote. That was the only one who wasn't wasted. The only dollar that wasn't wasted was the Libertarian dollar. This is what I'm trying to achieve, and I hope you see it still happening. Guys, I need your help. Support us today. Today. Support us today. I'm off on Friday, heading upstate, doing more. You guys saw me. I was in the Bronx recently. I was in Queens recently. I was on Long Island recently. I'm still going. I don't want this to end. Our movement has a history, a bad history, of some guy or gal goes off and I'm going to run, and then they run, and then they lose, and they get pissed off and disappointed. They blame the party, and they walk away, and we don't see them again. And they don't help anybody anymore. They don't talk about anybody else anymore. I want to break that. I do that by setting the example. I hope people will begin to follow me and do exactly that. That's what I'm asking you to do. So help me to do that. Help me get out there. Help me to support Katie Martin. Help me to support Dwayne Whitmer. Help me to support Chase Koch. Let me support these people. Let me support Deborah Altman as she's out there doing. Let me support these people who are trying to make something happen here in New York State. Get some victories, small ones, I know, but one of the biggest issues about running top of the ticket, like governor, is that you're able to bring more press and more value to the actual movement, to support the people who are running down ticket, to get those wins, to get those successes, to get people in office who can make change at the local level and show them the answer isn't always just more government, just throw more money at it, just raise taxes. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. There's a policy library at LarrySharpe.com. Click on policy, read the policies. In fact, if you're running, steal the policies, please. Some of you saw me on Joe Rogan. When I was on Joe Rogan, at the end of the Joe Rogan podcast, he said, Larry, whose ideas are these? I said, well, it's me and my policy team. We put it together, of course. He said, you better lock these ideas down. I said, why? He said, people will steal them. I said, good. Please steal them. Please take them. I'm building something here. I told you all, literally, I told you all that this campaign was about more than me. Many of you did not believe me. That's fine. You didn't have to. I hope I've shown you that it is. I hope I've shown you that it's more than just me. It's about us. It's about the movement. It's about people coming up behind me, people coming around me, people together moving up this state and others. This is about more than just New York State governor. And that's already over. I mean, that campaign's already over. We're moving to the next ones. The ones again and again and again. For me to do that, you got to help me. It's LarrySharpe.com. Click on donate. Give whatever you can give. Monthly's the best, so then I can see what I'm doing for each month and I can keep going out and do more. Again, I will sacrifice the time. When I'm not in front of clients, I don't make money. I'm fine. I won't make money. But I need some help. I'll sacrifice my money. I'll sacrifice my time. I'll sacrifice my energy. I'll be here doing this instead of hanging out with my family. I'll do it. You got to do it too. It isn't just me. If I point my finger at you, and I am pointing it at you, I'm also pointing it at me. We're in this together. Head over there now. Donate whatever you can. $5 is fine. If you got it, all good. If you're in a spot where you can give 100, 200, 500, give what you can give if you've got it. Please, if you got it. I give. If you can give, give. If you can't give that much, give less. $5 a month, $25 a month. Whatever you can give. $20 today and that's it. All good. Everything adds up. It all adds up. It adds up. To be clear, if you want to see where the money goes, you can check online if you want to. The vast majority of food, it's at diners. I support local businesses in New York State always. You see me, I do a diner tour. I take pictures of myself in front of a diner, right? So I have diner food in front of a local diner supporting a local business. So if you're a New Yorker and you want to give me some money, guess what? It's going right back into New York, into a local business in your county. How do I know that? because I cover all the counties. I was the only candidate last year to visit every single county, all 62. And I'll do it again this year. This is what we have to be doing as candidates. Not only am I trying to show the Liberty Movement how to do this, but also how to campaign, that you can actually do this, run a real campaign, be out there, be forward, and make things happen. I hope I'm giving you the right example. I need your help. Go to LarrySharpe.com, donate now. Click on that and donate now. It's important. If you want me to keep moving forward, I will. I'll do it. I'm doing it. You have to be with me. As I said before, I will break a hole. You got to follow me through. And luckily, many people are. As I said, Dwayne Whitmer is. Deborah Altman already did. Out of Staten Island. Dwayne Whitmer's out of Western New York. So is Chase Koch. Central New York is where Katie Martin is. She's up there in Utica. So running for city council. So if you head up there, you'll see the people doing it. I broke a hole. They're following me through. Now I want to stay on the other side. We got to keep fighting here. We're on the other side and we're fighting. We need resources. We need resources. You have to give it. If you're not in New York State, see the value that we're producing. It will come to your state. The value will come to your state. And if you don't think it's valuable, that's okay. The damage that is New York State will also come to your state. Remember, those people who are trying to control us most, their vanguard, their petri dish, their test site, New York and California. California doesn't have me. New York does. You have to support us. Fight them at the front line. Hold them here. We hold them every place. Turn them back here. We turn them back every place. Change here. We change every place. The real battleground is New York State. Help me out. LarrySharpe.com. Donate whatever you can today, right now. If you can't donate, tell your friends to donate. Share this. Tell them to donate. This is what matters. This is our future. This is the only way to break the death grip the two old parties have on this nation. This is the only way to break that left-right fighting paradigm that's getting deeper and deeper divisions in our country. It's this right here. This is it. This is the front line. Help us out here and watch the others begin to join us. All right, guys. Have a good night.